Yo, what is up, everybody? Look what we got. We are doing some more box openings, but it's not for One Piece or Pokemon for that matter. This is Grand Archive. And this is the first edition, or this is the, not a first edition, this is the first set of this TCG. The name of this set is Dawn of Ashes, just like how for One Piece it was Romance Dawn, Dawn of Ashes, Dawn Beginning. But yeah, it might be a huge mistake to be getting into another TCG, but for Grand Archive's third set, they had a collaboration with Dragon Shield, and they made this really nice anime waifu sleeves, which is great because Dragon Shield is the only Dragon Shield's the only sleeves that I like to use, and it was an anime waifu. Her name was I later learned that her name was Arisanna, and she was from this game. And then the more I looked into this game, the more I wanted to play it, and I was just like, But yeah, so this is the Altar edition, which I think means that it's just the retail edition of this box. There were like Kickstarter early versions of this game, of this box, because this game was fully funded on Kickstarter before it launched. And we got a little blurb on the back. The Grand Archive calls forth its champions. The world of Cambria is under threat of ruin. Journey forth in Dawn of Ashes to discover a new world full of legendary allies, mystical spells, ferocious beasts, and hidden secrets. I was gonna say spells and spells, but yeah, so we're just gonna get into it. I've played a couple games with some starter decks, but this is the first booster box I was able to get my hands on. Shout out to 9 Day Games for being the only store I know that still has booster boxes. But yeah, this is what this booster box looks like if it's being sold like this. Also, this booster box feels really hefty. I don't know what it is. It seems bigger, but it's probably also because it's like that North American style of 3 packs, or 3 rows of different packs, so there's always that. But yeah, is it only 2? Okay, we'll see. Actually, I'm really interested in how many arts there are. But the other thing is that the packs are holographic, which is pretty cool. Apparently the Kickstarter version didn't have holographic foil for their packs. But yeah. Okay, so I'm counting 4 different arts, which seems right when it comes to TCGs. Usually it's around 4 arts. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that, yeah, 4 arts. So there's 24. There are 24 packs in each box. A pretty safe number for the majority of booster boxes I've ever seen. For every booster box, you get one of these, which is a Spirit of Fire card, or not just the Spirit Fire card. It's a Spirit card, which is basically how you choose the color of your deck. Is that you use one of these, and this is the start of your. This is how you start your game. Spirit of Fire. The funny thing about this game is that there's no draw phase at the beginning of the game. You just play your spirit, and then you draw 7 cards. That's how you start your game. Another interesting thing about that is that there's no mulligan, as far as I'm aware. I have no idea. But I think the way that it does its energy system would explain why there's no mulligan. But yeah, so you get 2 of each. There's only 3 different types of basic element, which is wind, water, and fire. But yeah, I think we can start getting into this. I've played 4 out of 6 starter decks so far, and I just opened the Tanaris one. And another thing about playing with a bunch of starter decks is that I have not seen a holographic card yet. So another reason why I bought a booster box is that I'm pretty excited to finally see a holographic card. But yeah, here we go. We're starting with Sylvie, Earth's Tune. This is level 3 champion. We got a normal Mangus Disciple. Magus? I'm really not liking this light. How do I, you know what? Hold on. Let me see if I can fix it in OBS. Filters. Color correction. Oh, perfect. I think that's better, right? Contrast. What did I just do? There you go. I think that should be it. Alright, so there you go. Magus Disciple. This is what Sylvie looks like without super washed out. It's still kind of washed out. I do apologize, but we're going to move forward. Magus Disciple, Ignited Stab, Assassins, Tamer. We got Hatsune Miku. How do you say this? Menagerie Beast Bonder? Menagerie Beast Bonder, cool. Chilling Touch. This art is 100% something that grabbed me into this game, and I could not stop. I couldn't stop myself from getting into it. It all started with those Arisanna Dragon Shield sleeves, and it was donezo after that. This game is very interesting. It does definitely feel, someone told me that it was like a ode. It was like a ode to different card games, and it definitely feels like that. There's like essence of Magic, there's essence of Pokemon. Windstream Mutt. There's some cute, there's some epic, there's some edgy artwork. All this stuff is crazy, and it just makes the world feel awesome to me. I don't know. And then this one, like there we got some amazing artwork, some high quality waifus, and here we go. We got our first holographic card. This is a good, I like this card too. This is a draw 2 card. Hey, we finally had, so another is, did I say that already? The reason why I bought a booster box is because it's the only way I know how to get holographic cards, is to get them through random packs in a booster box. Cremation Ritual is definitely one of the good cards, or at least one of those cards that I really liked while I was playing the Rai or Zai starter deck. Basically, you pay the cost and then you kill one of your characters. You kill one of your characters and then you get to draw 2. I used it to kill a character that said on death, draw a card. So I actually used this to draw 3, and that was pretty cool. And yeah, this is Rai. This is the guy. I don't know how to change the color shift. Alright, cool. Rai. Spellcrafter. Fireball. Veiling Breeze? Huh. She looks like a dancer. Prodigious. Burst Mage. Prodigious. And here you go, we got Cremation Ritual again. Careful Study. Imbue the Forest. Enraged Boars. Second Wind. This art is amazing, dude. There's... Oh, man. I need to, like... Here, let's do this. What if we turn this off? I don't know. I feel like that's better. Second Wind. Really love this art. This art is amazing. Another thing about this game is that you have a main deck, and you also have this thing called a material deck. Material deck are 10 cards that you can get at any time during the game, and you don't have to like luck your way into it, which is kind of crazy. It does a lot of different things for the pacing of the game, which I found really interesting, because you had a form of consistency and of your game plan and stuff when you're playing. When you're playing throughout the game. We got Cry for Help. Lucksome Sight. Ooh, and then we got crazy artwork like this. Spirit Blade Ensoul. What the heck? Gotta love the anime artwork. But yeah, in terms of art, in terms of gameplay, and in terms of just in terms of art and gameplay, I guess that's all of it, all of that put together seems really nice. And I just usually I'm not a fan of like card games that have like a lot of text, but I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's a lot. And then like for every card that has a different element connected to it, this is a normal card, so it looks kind of bland on the outside, but cards that have elements have their elements around the card. And that seems pretty nice. Juggle knives. Sword of Slash. Blazing Direwolf. Ooh, we got Arcane Blast. This thing is a nuke. This thing will deal 11 damage. Kind of insane. The way that you win this game is by doing enough damage to the enemy that they run out of HP. And then if you can see, this is a level 1 champion. Usually you can go up to level 2 or level 3 by the end of the game. This thing has 20 health. So if you do 11 damage twice, you would have won the game by then. But usually you level up, and then there's some healing spells and stuff like that. So the game has different tempo in terms of different things you can do. One thing I really like is that you can play the whole game just attacking with your champion, or you can play the whole game summoning allies and having allies do the work for you while your champion does support, or you can do a mixture of both. And then on top of doing a mixture of both using champions and allies, there's like a mixture of champions you could use. Like you could use a hybrid champion where you start off the game with, of course, one of the 3 basic spirits, and then you turn into like a mage or a swordsman. Is a level 3 champion. And then so you start off with your level 0 spirit, and then you go to a level 1 swordsman, and then you could go to a level 2 mage, which is kind of insane to think about. I always thought that like if you picked a champion, you'd have to stick to like their level 1, 2, and 3, but certain champions can level up off of other champions, which when I found out blew my mind. So you got a mixture of different elements that you could use. You got a mixture of different archetypes you could use. The depth in the deck building is something I'm really excited to try. This one's an assassin. The one that we saw before was a warrior. We got mages, guardians, clerics, and tamers. So all these different, and then you got all of those different classes, and then you got all these different elements. So I'm really excited to start deck building with this game. And that's it for the right side. So for the right side, we just got Cremation Ritual. I think I'm gonna put this in a penny sleeve. Is it just one holographic aside? I would be kind of sad if that was the case. But yeah, here we go. We're starting in the middle. We got another Lorraine. And as far as I know, the Lorraine deck has been the one I've had the best experience with so far. Unfortunately, Arisanna was the one that I wanted to use the most. But that deck was incredibly RNG, and I could not beat any of the other starter decks that I was playing against. Hey, we got a dungeon guide. That's cool. So yeah, aside from the 3 basic elements that your champion can evolve into, or aside of the 3 basic elements that you choose from the beginning of the game, your champion, oh, look at that. Your champion can evolve into like advanced elements. For this set, I'm only aware of 3 different ones. We got Arcane, Terra, and Crux. There might be more, I'm not entirely sure because I just started, but this one is a level 3. Usually when your champion levels up to level 3, they gain an advanced element. And then that's where you do like hard nukes or like really crazy spells. or you get the ability to summon really crazy allies, like with the Tamer and the Tarot one. So all that stuff is really interesting. In the hybrid deck, I realized that they didn't use a level 3 champion. They just went to level 2 and then just relied on fire and normal abilities. This one's Luxem. This is the light advanced element. Huh. This one's an assassin human. But yeah, all this stuff is really interesting. I really can't wait to just actually start deck building and like, ooh, we got another holographic card. Let's go. Arcane Sight. Looks like we're building a Rye deck. We're just gonna take the Rye. We're just gonna take the Rye structure deck, and then we're just gonna fill it with the holographic cards that we found. So unfortunately, I'm not entirely sure about the super rares, ultra rares, and what cards are like actually valuable. I honestly I bought this I bought this booster box just because I wanted holographic cards. There's also a chance of pulling a collector super rare, secret rare, super rare, CSR, a collector S rare, super secret rare, I don't know. But that's when you get any of these character cards or leader cards, and then they're like actual full art where the text boxes and everything actually go behind the leader, and then there's like a signature. And those cards are like really hard to find, and they go for a lot of money apparently. But I just really want those. I wish more of those cards looked like that, or at the very least, I wish more of the cards were like full art. I understand the need for the majority of the cards to be not holographic for like cost and stuff, and considering this game came out of a Kickstarter and not a AAA brand company, that they probably can't afford too much holographics. But it would be nice to just, at the very least, have the art be full art. But when it comes to the elements and stuff, it does do a really good job of like unifying the card to the element that it belongs to. There you go. It looks like we got 2 packs left in the center. Oh, 3 packs left in the center. So this is my first TCG opening that has no IP connected to it. Like I usually, like I've only done Pokemon and I've only done One Piece. I never really do other TCGs that like are just its own unique IP. So it's kind of funny opening these cards and I'm like, I have no idea who this is. The art is just that good that I'm like, I'd be down to collect this game. It is kind of sad that there's no like crazy holographics and stuff, because I'd be like, look at that. All the lighting would actually be useful in my setup, but right now it's just, we need to show you the actual art. Oh man. This one's, oh, this is the holographic. Hey, we got 2 holographics in the center. Let's go. I was about to say it's got huge mommy energy, but it's also holographic, so that's pretty good. This is a water element, so we can't combine it with that fire one that we just unlocked, or that we just pulled. So those will have to be in 2 different decks, or we'll just put them in a binder, you know, because holographic cards are hard to come by apparently. It's just, I'm used to like Pokemon and One Piece, where every pack has 2 holographic cards in it now. Because before Pokemon only had what's it called? 1 reverse holo and maybe a good rare. But now Pokemon has 2 holographic cards, or 2 reverse holos in every pack, at the very least. And I think it also has 2 super rares now. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's 2 reverse holos now. So like, it's really nice. Like, even some of the reverse holos in Pokemon are like really nice to look at. And then One Piece, 100% you get 2 rares in One Piece. So the last two cards are always nice and reflective. But here you go. We're going into our last pack in the center. And then, I don't know, we might just speed it up for the last set because I'm running out of things to talk about. But yeah, we got like all types of like anime inspired stuff in this game. That last one's like a furry. You got Nekomimi ears. But then you got the edgy knight. And then you got the spell casting. You got Light Blade over here and Wind Rider Mage. Ooh. And this griffin looking thing. Tamer Beast Lion. This is like the big taming. This is like the big tamer card that you summon in the tamer deck, in the structure deck. But yeah, so that's it. It looks like that's cool. We got two holographics on the middle in the center portion. I was talking about the art. I was talking about the competitiveness of the game, and I was talking about the collectiveness of the game. Another thing about the collectiveness of the game that I haven't talked about yet is how the back of the card is actually really nice. It's the back of the card is textured and has all this separate like little holographic lines and everything. That's actually amazing. The card quality of this game is also pretty good. Coming from Pokemon, I'm just like, ugh. Pokemon card quality is its own thing, but One Piece card quality is amazing. But Grand Archive card quality is also pretty good so far. I'm only kind of sad, and I miss the texture and holographic of One Piece from this game. But yeah, it's not like I'm going to stop playing One Piece or anything. This is something that I'm very interested in, like, doing a little casually, I guess, maybe. But because there's a bunch of different elements and stuff, I'm probably gonna have enough cards to build multiple decks. Like I do with One Piece. Usually in Pokemon, I was only able to like build one deck. Because like it was kind of a little harder to get those cards. They're cheaper for sure, but to pull them was a lot more difficult. But yeah, another reason why I got into this game is because we live in Vegas. And Vegas is where this game is hosting its first Worlds tournament. I'm very intrigued and I really want to check that out. It'd be cool to be a part of like this up and coming card game's first Worlds tournament. Cram session, that's me trying to figure out how this game works. I'm not a player of Magic, so a lot of the mechanics in this game parallel Magic the most. So there was a lot of things that I had to learn. I had to get used to a lot of cards having keywords and stuff like that, like stealth and distant, intercept. It's not like One Piece, where One Piece is just rush and blocker, and that's pretty much it. And then you also got like what, banish and double attack, but those are far and few between. But especially in like this deck, every like other tamer, every other like beast and stuff has a little speciality. But yeah, you can see this. Oh, this one's got stealth. You got floating memory, but that one's a pretty easy one to learn based on the game mechanics. What is this? Spirit Blade Ghost Strike? That's some sick artwork. Oh, and then there's some what's it called? Oh, this is just a normal character card. There's some sleeves based on this character I've seen before. Those are not from Dragon Shield though, so I have not bought those. My friends did say that they were not bad sleeves, but if they're not Dragon Shields, and I intend to use them, I'm probably gonna oversleeve them, and I'm not in the market for oversleeves right now. Yeah, still got, I think that's our 4th copy of Hatsune Miku. We got the silly archetype. Trained Hawk, Strike from the Mist, Purge in Flame. This one's kind of insane. Deal 2 damage to all the units, and then if your champion's the same class, you deal 3 damage to all those units. This is kind of an insane card. Avalon, Cursed Isle. I heard in one of them, I've heard in another box opening that you only get 3 holographics. So I'm gonna be kind of sad if I don't see any more. Another issue about this being a card game I'm not used to is that when it comes to hits, I'm just like, yo, I don't know what a hit is. And like, because I don't know how the game works and I don't know what cards are good or expensive, the holographic is the only thing that I have to go on. Of course, I could look at the bottom, but that's a very tiny thing. And if the card doesn't immediately pop out at me, I don't really care right now. If this is like an ultra rare or whatever. This one's the ultra rare. I guess, what, U is uncommon? U, C is common. It's gotta be. U is uncommon. And then UR is ultra rare? That's cool. Well, it's better than a super rare, so I guess that's a pretty good card, huh? God's blessing. But yeah, we're down to our last 3 packs, and I'm gonna be a little sad if we don't get any more holographic cards. Oh, I should probably try actually opening these with my hands, not just cut them, to see how the packs are by themselves. Wilderness Harpist. Dude, I don't know. There's something about the waifus in this game. They're strong waifus, that's for sure. On attack, recover 3. To recover, remove that many damage. That's cool. 4 cost though, it's a lot. Tome of Knowledge. Suddenly, Snow. Intangible Ghost. Hey, at the very least, if that's all the holographics, at least we got Dami Mommy energy in one of them, and a card that I feel is pretty competitive. Cremation Ritual. So, that's cool. Arcane Sight's pretty cool too. I think it's just draw 1. It's a 0 cost, so you kind of play it for free. That's cool. We're running down to our last pack after this one. Give bath, washy washy, clean doggy. You have all forms of seriousness in this game. You got the super serious, hyper edgy, super cool attacks, and then you got the washy washy clean doggy. Then it looks like this guy's about to ruin his day. Hey, we got Zephyr. This is a card I heard of. Heard that it can be used to negate tempo or something like that, just by banishing something and then it comes back next turn. But hey, if I got that wrong, please don't be mad at me. I still have yet to play any games outside of the structure deck format. But here's our last pack. We got Sylvie with the pack, level 2. We got a 4-cost Deep Sea Beast Bonder. We got Crystal of Empowerment. We got Glacial Guidance. We got Swift Recruit. Pretty cool. Intercept and Floating Memory. That's always a cool thing. We got Smack. Smack with Flute. The Sylvie cards are always so fun and endearing. I don't know. We got Mark the Target for Assassins and Rangers. We got Inspiring Call. Allies you control gain 1+1 until the end of the turn. That's cool. The art on this one's really nice too. It's very rainbowy, but it's a normal card, not a Crux card. We got Mistbound Watcher. We got Sword of Seeking, Curved Dagger, and I think this is it. Spirit Blade Infusion. This card costs 2 less to activate if your champion has dealt damage this turn. So it looks like that one YouTube video is correct. You only get 3 holographics in a booster box. Hey, at least 2 of them are from one of the decks I did enjoy playing the most, which is the Rye one. And then we got a Dami Mommy. That's pretty cool. Nia Mistveil Scout. God, I wish there were more holographics in this game. I would love some more holographic cards. Look at that. Man. Alright, so that's it. I might make some content. I might upload this video. I might not. I might edit this video. I probably won't. If you are interested in Grand Archive, at the very least, this is a very dry run box opening video. Don't look at that. So I hope you enjoyed it. I might see if I can get into any of the events at Worlds. And I'm also going to try and do some locals with Grand Archive if I can build a deck. I got a handful of people that I might be able to get some cards from. And I say handful, I mean like 2 or 3. But yeah, we'll see how this works. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was a decent video. Bye.